Everyone stretch their legs and got themselves hydrated. Let's get the main screen turned on and enable display capture. And also turn off that and open myself another sody pop. Let's say, I really enjoyed the Total War there. That was really very, very nice. And I was tempted to just continue, but we also have been doing this Dwarf Fortress Let's Play on Saturdays, and I know a lot of people were hoping for some more, so that is what we're going to do over here. You did not stretch or hydrate. Boo, Pharynx, boo! Come on! Total Dwarf Fortress, nice. Well, we're all going to do a little bit more. Is this a Chaos Dwarves DLC? Well, there's certainly a lot of chaos, and of course, plenty of dwarves, too. That's water plus a cheese and pickle sandwich required. Oh my god, why did someone have to talk about food? Oh, now I'm hungry. I haven't eaten today. That's not true. I had a tiny big bite of chocolate cake before the stream. I baked a chocolate cake a couple of days ago, and I had just basically 2 forkfuls, which is not really a meal. I know, some people have pastries in the morning, right? You can't tell me that having a couple of bites of chocolate cake is worse than having a freaking croissant with your coffee. Come on! Bump, bump, bump. Total Dwarf War Fortress. If we send a peasant squad to reclaim old fort, they will pay tribute, right? We can't reclaim a fort for the mission. I don't know why that's the case, but we did discover that. You can explore a defeated site. All right, we can send a mission here to explore this old site of ours, as well as we can send a mission to explore the hamlet of Chasegold, which had been conquered by goblins, and then we went and razed it. But we can't claim it. The only thing we can do is conquer and occupy sites that are still occupied for some reason. Now, I'm not sure why that is. It really feels like you should be able to occupy a barren site. I'm betting at some point there will be that. There's probably some mechanical reason why it's not the case over here. Probably something about how the game changes the state of these sites once they get conquered. I don't know. Let's figure out where we are. Normally, before the streams, I go through and figure out what our situation is so that I'm not floundering too much, but I had to focus on the Total War today. I believe we just recently... Oh, no, there's still technically a siege happening. That's what's going on. Yes, there's a goblin siege here. Goddamn goblins. That's what these guys are right over here. A bunch of goblins are currently sieging our base. And there are a lot of them. Quite a few. Probably about 70 or 80 goblins plus beak dogs plus a good number of trolls buzzing around here. But we have our main gate sealed up over here. We've got our patrols on our walls, patrolling a boot and occasionally peppering them with arrows. And otherwise, we're fine. I mean, it means we've got to put a bit of a pin in our world conquest plans. But otherwise, things are going to be okay. They have a cave troll. I mean, they have trolls. Just trolls? I don't know. I don't know what kind of troll they are. Is this a Harry Potter reference? Cave trolls? I'm trying to remember in The Hobbit what kind of trolls they were. They might have just been generic trolls. I don't know. Looks a couple gaps in the wall. It's a little bit misleading over here. Technically, there is a gap here because you can go through diagonally, but it's an overhang, so they can't climb through. Here, there's not a gap. It's just there's a dead buzzer on the fortification there, and that graphic takes over. So you don't see the underlying fortification. But technically, there's a diagonal gap over here, but it doesn't matter because you can't actually climb through here, so it's moot. They have a cave troll, Boromir. Ah, okay. Anyway, I think we can go ahead and unpause. Let's unpause while we do a bit of a tour of the base here. So our Great Hall is set to be dug down. So we have a nice 2-story tall Great Hall, which we're very, very, very excited about. Troll in Dungeons from Harry Potter. That is. But yeah, I guess I forgot the Boromir quote. They have a cave troll. Is that when they're in the mines? I don't remember. We've left a little platform around these pillars here just for some engravings. It looks like their engravings are just finishing up. Actually, they might be done. All the pillars might be engraved. I'll wait a little bit. We'll see. And they call it a mine. Goblin did get in. That happens from time to time. That might have been a leap from a tree. I do like that you can see arrows or bolts going out from time to time over here as we're just plunking away at these goblins. I don't know if the siege ever times out, if they ever get tired of sieging. Or if it's only when they take critical damage that the siege gets abandoned. Not sure. That corner, the thing is, that corner used to be intact. But maybe there's a way that they're doing a semi-diagonal movement through there. But it doesn't happen to have very often. So I'm kind of okay with maybe a slowest trickle through that little thing. But yeah, who's this over here? This is Takugawa, who is just bolting at some goblins. Pew, pew, pew. Right over here. And hitting. Yeah! Oh man, you would do the Cathans proud. Siege does give up eventually. Okay. I think I've always ever, like, ended a siege by ultimately, like, killing them. I think they do stick around for a while, though. At least a couple of seasons. It's bad for your trade, but otherwise it doesn't matter. And I mean, your migration stuff. But we've got 166 dwarves over here. We got a good number of them. No complaints over there. Let's bring up our dwarf therapist so we'll be able to take a better look at them once we get in there. But yeah, so this is being dug out, which is looking like it's coming along fine. Down over here, we're gonna have to do some more, some more work making this all purty soon, but hopefully soon. Nulani's going in martial trance, excellent. We've got some temples, we've got our guild places over here, that's great. Down over here, we've got our stonecutters floor. Everything's going well. They've got, oh yeah, this extra storage room over here, I think was gonna be for furniture. I think because there's a bunch of stuff just sitting around, because we had a bunch of extra stockpiles over here, and more of this is gonna have to get moved down. Leather bins, this, that. Well, I'll tell you what. I know furniture is one of the things that always takes up a lot of storage because it can't be stacked. So I'm going to make this a giant furniture stockpile. You know what? I could put some finished goods in here too, but the finished goods are a little bit funky because we do want to do some auto trading. Although maybe I'll not care about the auto trading anymore. You know what? Let's do that. I'm going to make half of this actually a giant finished goods stockpile. So half furniture, half finished goods. That's going to be okay. We probably won't bother with the auto trade. It's pretty easy the way we do it. Bum, 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 bum. Dwarves are pick up the use boats. Yes, so, yeah, and someone did answer you, but just in case people don't know. So all these bolts that get flung during a raid, by default, the used ammunition is flagged as forbidden so that your dwarves don't just run out and pick it up. You can change that option. If you hit O, one of these options over here lets you tweak that default, although it's not normally what you want to do. But what you can do after the raid is you can just claim all this. You can do with the D key, the designation key, you hit D, then B, and then C for claim. And you can do a big box select reclaim, or if you use DF hack, you can do a global unforbid, although that can sometimes lead to things that, you might have other things forbidden for some reason. We'll see. Convert the glass goblet floor into finished goods since there's nothing there anymore. Well, that's a good point. Right, that's down here. I mean, you know what? We might as well make this all finished goods floor anyway. Yeah, we got sand barrels. Oh, that's actually something. We might not have a proper sand stockpile down there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and make this a finished goods floor. And also designate this whole thing to be smoothed, because there's a bunch of areas that were not smoothed over there. So yeah, this was our metal making floor, and this is another place where we might do some more storage. I don't like that there's some little unsmooth bits. They were under some impassable terrains from some of our workshops, so some bits never got smoothed. But we'll see about that. What else we got here? Right, this is our big, living lifestyle floor. We've got our very fancy set of rooms over here, which are still being worked on. We got a lot of doors that are still pending to be installed. But currently we've got a baron. So we've got Monty Max is our baron here, and he's living there. At some point, hopefully we can get an actual king or queen. Our mayor wants a quern. I think we'd set up a job for that. Maybe he asked for it again. Let's ask for another rock quern to be built. That seems like a good idea. This is our burial floor, which is always just going to keep growing, but so far so good. Our woodwhackers floor. So they're doing carpentry and various wood goods. Stockpiles are getting pretty full over here too, but I think we're okay. The fact that the wood stockpile is full is going to be okay. I'm going to make the statues 7 most prominent dwarves for each of the casts. That does sound like a pretty cool idea, although deciding who they are is going to be tricky. There's our flesh renders floor. Sort of hunters, butchers, that sort of thing. That's where we've got our pigs and our turkeys all set up. A buzzard stole some of our food, as long as it's not stealing some of our frame rate, although it might be. Alamoso's throwing a tantrum! Again! Are you still imprisoned? Oh, you're not imprisoned. Where are you, Alamoso? Right over here. I'm throwing a tantrum. Starting a fist fight. Great. Try not to kill anyone. You're just gonna get arrested. In jail he'll go, yep. Roll dice to see who the most prominent dwarf is. Probably would be based on skills in their particular category. So yeah, everyone's still being bolted like crazy. Looks like Tokugawa and Alien are the ones who are doing the most of it right now. Just pew 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 pew. Oh my god, this one goblin was shot in the nose and their nose was cut off. Wow. Wow. Beat him with a bow of shame. We don't get to choose the punishment though. Oh my god, so much disorderly conduct. Accused Lem Gardner. All right, well, you're probably guilty of a bunch of things there, Lem. You're gonna be convicted for a lot of things. Oh, Lem again. Oh, this is Alamoso. Yeah, we'll get you prisoned up here. Alamoso. All right. We do have a few really cranky dwarves, and we have some that are absolutely ecstatic. So, I don't know. What got vandalized? If I recall correctly, we had a statue that got knocked over last episode. Luckily not. I don't think a statue of a god. I don't think anyone got cursed. Where are the goblins at? I don't know. We got some trolls here. Oh, goblins are coming back down there. They might have just gone and attacked some sort of wild critter. We had some, what was it, crocodiles wandering around on our map that a bunch of the goblins kept attacking for some reason. They're storing items in stockpile. Just a pedestal. Oh, right! That's what it was. It was the pedestal over here, which went away completely. And we had the rotting, the forbidden beast corpse on it, which I guess has now been carted into storage. I wonder, do we have, oh, we do have some more displaced furniture. Excellent. Let's put a masterwork phyllite pedestal in place over there. And then these pedestals over here are where we're going to store the corpses that are going to rot, because we're going to install windows in front of them. I suppose if I display corpse, although I don't know the name of the forgotten beast's corpse. It was something short. Oh, it's Umu, right over here. I see it in the middle. Wow. Guys, I actually saw something in text in a list. That never happens. That's weird. Install Windows 10 or 11 though. Install the Windows. Holy crap. That is like my #1 weakness. Have you gotten new glasses? No. Everything's always clear. It's just the processing side of it that's rough. That's the golden snitch on bingo. Now, okay, build, construct. How do we build a window? Glass window, gem window. There we go. So glass window, okay, that's what I was thought. You can make a gem window whenever you want. So if we hit this, you just tick the area and then you pick what gems you're gonna put in. But for glass, we actually construct the glass windows ahead of time. So that would be in our glass furnace way down here. Not this floor, but anyway. I don't remember. Oh, right here. So this is our magma smelter floor. We have our glass furnaces. So what we do is glass window. And we do make clear glass. So we'll ask for clear glass windows to be built. We'll queue them up, I don't know, a couple at a time. And I will ask that we have, I don't know, at least if there's fewer than 5 of them, build some. So we'll keep some windows around. Because we'll probably want to do more windowy things. Yeah, I mean, we're not going to set up the window right now because, yeah, the corpse hasn't been moved yet. But we don't even have a window yet. So I'll have to get them built, and then we'll put it in place. Now, we don't need it for this one, because this corpse is already rotted away. But the idea is in the future, when we kill Forgotten Beasts, we can put them on the pedestal, and then window them in so that as they rot, they don't generate miasma, which was a bit of a problem for a bit. But it's no longer the problem. Atomic Security, yeah, we did 2 hours of Total War, now we're doing 2 hours of Dwarf Fortress. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. So we still have this Goblin Siege. Oh, this troll here is being attacked. Has it been wounded at all? Yes, it has. Good. So we're slowly plunking away at them. We're using a lot of bolts, but hey, at least we'll be able to clean them up afterwards. I think I do need, See, I want an arrow stockpile that uses bins, but I know... You know what? Hold on. We have so many bolts around. We can allow bins over here. The reason we don't... That we weren't using bins for our arrow storage is because when dwarves go to restock, they find the closest arrow sitting in a stockpile somewhere, and they mark it as reserved so that no one else can touch it while they're walking over there to pick up their bolts to equip themselves. The problem is if it's in a bin, they reserve the whole bin and block anyone else from being able to access that bin while they go over there. But as long as we have several bins of arrows or bolts, then they won't really fight over each other, and we do produce a lot of them. So I'm going to enable bins on this stockpile over here, because we have tons of bolts sitting around that just have no place to be stored right now, including our Build-A-Bolt workshop, which is absolutely full. Putting Forgotten Beasts on display so that no one will forget them again. Exactly. Oh, we don't have any steel. Well, we don't have any steel right now. I suspect that we are still smelting. Yeah, we're still smelting limonite. So that's okay. We did recently make a new military squad. We're up to 5 actual military squads. Hammer time doesn't count. That's our hammer. We did this so that we can equip them with a crappy weapon, so that when they beat dwarves up, hopefully they won't beat them to death. But we set up, yeah, the Crundle Crunchers. Right, because we recently discovered the actual cavern level 3. This I'd forgotten about. We had somehow completely missed this. Our central staircase is where? There. The central staircase over here had somehow completely missed this cavern level. Just barely, but it did. Actually, hadn't it missed more than one? I don't know, something like that. And then very recently we accidentally popped into this finally, which is great. But we're trying to set up the new barracks over here. And I think this is where the Crundle Crunchers were going to be, right? I think we already signed it. Yeah, the Crundle Crunchers. It's interesting that there's no mining going on here. I guess they're still busy digging out the Great Hall. Fair enough. Oh. These are installed cages. We need to remove them. Is steel the best metal in Dwarf Fortress? Yeah, oh yes, unless candy is an option. And even then, candy is only ideal for certain types of things. Candy, in this case, being adamantium, which we have discovered. We just haven't started mining it out yet, although hopefully soon. So yeah, we're just going to deconstruct these cages so that we can keep clearing this floor. And yeah, we can also dig a channel around these pillars. I guess with the siege, it's a great time for us to be doing the Great Hall, because, I mean, we've got, you know, less to do anyway, and we definitely don't have any merchants right now. We can do this. Get rid of that. Do this and that. Excellent. Yeah, candy. So adamantium is super light, so it's really bad for bludgeoning weapons, but it's very hard. So it is quite good for armor, and it's good for edged weapons, I think. I think axes made out of adamantium are good, but I think, like, adamantium breastplates and helmets might actually be our priority. I don't know. Gold is better for prettiness. Last time I played Dwarf Fortress, I bought a geology guide as a reference for what I was mining. Yeah, it's really interesting, the amount of minerals that are represented in here. So how are the invaders? Well, their numbers have definitely decreased. They still have basically a full page here, but they've lost tons over on this side of things. Oh, there's only 2 trolls left. And they're not retreating. The siege is still active. You can see in the top corner over here. The siege is still active. But yeah, we're just attritioning them down. Basically, the goblins who are attacking us are being controlled by me in Total War. So they don't really know what they're doing, and they're just losing a lot of troops they don't have to lose. That's exactly what's going on here. Collect sand. There we go. Making windows and goblets. Lovely. Trolls are easier to hit. They are a larger target. That is true. That might make them much easier to hit. Adamantium blunt weapon. Yes, for hammer is the best. Yeah. What often happens is I've seen so many complaints that people have like micromanaged and arranged their fortress in such a way that a dwarf gets in a strange mood to make a legendary artifact. It uses adamantium and then makes them like a hammer, which is terrible as an actual weapon, but is really good to equip your hammer with because yeah, it is like it's like it was made out of like tin foil in terms of lightness, right? It's super hard, sure, you'll never be able to crush it, but it's not a very useful weapon to bash people over the head. So I'm just waiting for these last cages to be deconstructed. Bow of shame for caning. I'm wondering about digging out underneath our little bridge here, which I think I like the idea. I think I won't dig it out completely. I think I'll leave like pillars as supports or something as well. We're gonna keep the ramp at the end over here, but remove the ramps on the side. Basically, we're gonna remove all these ramps other than like the 3 tiles right here on the end. Need an aerogel hammer, yeah! Has some adamantium so light in the game. It's usually comparable to steel, but much harder in other mana. Yeah, although in some things like so Captain America's shield, which in the movies I think is reported as just vibranium, but in a lot of the other media is a vibranium adamantium alloy, is often described as being like unexpectedly light. I was actually just rewatching Ultimate Spider-Man, the animated thing. It's on Disney Plus if you've never seen it. It's really good. Agent Coulson is a character in Ultimate Spider-Man, and it is voiced by what's his face, the guy who plays Agent Coulson in the movies and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's really funny in there, but I actually just resaw the episode where Captain America makes an appearance, and they keep like the big catchphrase for the episode is people commenting on how light the shield is. Clark Gregg, thank you very much. Such disrespect of me not remember his name. How's the siege? Oh, only one left on the second page now. Why is there a bit of road still not done that's blinking? Is there? Oh yeah. Waiting for architects. I don't know. Clark Gregg would be a good dwarf name. Oh, that's a good point, Lockthar. In the movie, it might have been only vibranium because at the time Marvel might not have had the ability to use adamantium because something with the X-Men. Perhaps. Yeah. Perhaps. I mean, basically the idea with like adamantium and vibranium in certain contexts is like super titanium, right? Because like titanium is quite strong, but fairly light. And this is just taking that idea to the extreme. Oh, so his first name is Agent. Yes! Philip J. Coulson. Do we ever find out what the J stands for? It's probably just John or something. They probably say it at some point, but I don't know. The Buzzard Corpse might be blocking it. Well, that's true. It could be the Buzzard Corpse, could be the Forbidden Arrows, and actually that's probably... I'd almost suspect the arrows to be more likely to be the problem, or the bolts here. So I'm just gonna set a claim on these, because there might be some things to be scooped up. We've got somewhere... There we go. A giant... Oops. Giant stockpile here for refuse and corpses. Refuse. Oh, right, this is all refuse, and then... Oh, there's a corpse stockpile over here, although it's full. One of our cavern layout levels also has a corpse stockpile in it. Ah, right here. There's a corpse stockpile here. This is the level that we fought the Forgotten Beast that had the flame breath, and it killed a lot of goblins, or a lot of Sorry, a lot of dwarves. Oh, that's Crundleblood over here. Philip Gillip Coulson. I like it. I like it. Philip Gillip. That's what his middle name. That's what J stands for. Well, what I really thought was funny recently watching Ultimate Spider-Man is at some point he goes on a date with Aunt May, right? Spider-Man's aunt May, and so it's Coulson dating May. I was like, ah, it's my Melinda dreams are coming true all over again. What is going on? Alamaso has gone berserk. This is not just a tantrum. I believe that berserk is a permanent state. I think Alamoso does not recover from this. Luckily, he is all chained up. We're just going to forbid passage on the door over here, making sure no one goes in this room. I believe he will eventually die from thirst or starvation. Alamoso, I'm so sorry. So sorry, buddy. Berserk equals dead dwarf, yeah. Throw him over the wall at the goblins. That would be funny. I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. I mean, I guess I'm not spoiling anything to say that a ship exists. Whether or not that ship is ever satisfied, well, that's a whole other thing. Who's the other super pissed dwarf? Oh, that's imprisoned over there? That is Lem Gardner, who we also recently imprisoned. Looks like he's also been injured. He may have been beaten. Now, what we could do is our pissy dwarves, we could eject them. I love it. As this happens, though, we've gone from 4 to 5 completely ecstatic dwarves. So most dwarves are doing okay. Some are a little less good. I think a lot of our military dwarves are being worn out. You know what? I'm going to give, even our iron bows, I'm going to give them a little time off. Actually, all of our dwarven army seems to actually be on inactive duty right now. So yeah, we'll just put them on chill out duty for a little bit. Pikmin, are you still one of the super happy ones? Well, let's find out. Let's go over here. Let's reread to make sure we've got the latest. Beatings will improve until morale improves. Let's sort by happiness. So yeah, Lem Gardner is miserable. Oof. Very unhappy is Menelgil, Minnesota Bruin, Krieg Zoshi. And then unhappy is Mr. Cheel, Arctic Fox, Drubber Noob, and Reddish Mallard. I think Reddish Mallard used to be more unhappy. Krieg's been unhappy for some time. Satisfied at work. Dejected, unable to acquire something, unable to practice a craft. You are a woodwhacker, though. You should be practicing some crafts. Should you not? Yeah, wood crafting, bowlery, carpentry is all on. I don't know. Anyway, who's super duper duper happy? We've got Monk Loki, Pikmin Megamaster, DBMSX, Quiet Tony, and Popsicles. They're watching performance. Why don't more of these guys go to the tavern and watch the performances? I don't know. I was gonna say they're too busy working, but at the same time they're miserable not being able to practice a craft. I don't understand these dwarves. Mostly they need some real therapy is what has to happen here. Anyway, we'll dig out the rest of that. And then when that's done, we'll put in a big remove ramp command. Bigger tavern. I mean, it's certainly not full, because this is our tavern, the Outrageous Sanctum. Or, sorry, it's the Meal of Ale Tavern. It's also a non-denominational temple, the Outrageous Sanctum, which is fine. It's also our dining hall. There's some overlap, but it still gives pretty good thoughts. So that shouldn't be a problem. It's not for last. pair of offices just down here. Department of Dwarven Affairs. Yeah, I think I like that. Now, the mayor wants a clear glass window in his room. I believe these are the mayor's quarters over here. Let's hit all the wrong keys. Our mayor is SMZ. And if we take a look over here, this is SMZ's office. That is indeed the case. So he wants a clear glass window. Now, we could just stick it anywhere. Wouldn't necessarily make much sense. But maybe what I'll do is I'll dig out, and we may as well do it in pairs. Let's dig out this and this adjacent to the door. Is that going to deconstruct the door? Let's find out. And dig out both sides of this door, and we'll install a window on each side. Think it's going to deconstruct? Well, we're about to find out. Now, we still have lots of doors being requested. I mean, we've got a constant request for it. But I think we also have a bulk door job somewhere in here. Or at least I did at a point. The bulk door job might have finished, actually. But we still need a lot more. So I'm going to queue up. I'm just going to ask for another 20. Yeah, I could do it one side at a time, but I'm kind of curious. If it deconstructs a door, that's fine. We'll just put a reinstall command in later. It's going to be okay. But yeah, I want to see what happens, because I've never done this before. The whole fort explodes. The game crashes, deletes our save. That's what's going to happen. In the wall so people can watch more. Transparent government. You're going to dig out your stone wall to give you a glass window with a view of a stone wall. Exactly. All right, one of our minor dwarves is coming over here. Who dis? Pops Cockles. Except he went on the opposite side to do the work, which seems a little bit weird. So we're going to build a glass window. Oh, need window. Okay. Actually, I'm quite surprised about that. He had a demand for a glass window before we even built one. Yeah, we don't have any yet. Well, all right. How about a glass ceiling to the bedroom and a viewing section for the common folk? How many goblins? So I haven't, because we've taken our archers off, the count of goblins hasn't changed much. It looks like there's none on the second page, but we do have fewer drakes now, sort of offsetting things. So I don't think any have died in a little bit. But I'm giving the iron bows a little bit of time off. Be careful of dwarves who deconstruct doors. They might become unhinged and go berserk. Oh, villain. What are you doing now? That's interesting. You dig, but it looked like you already dug it. Oh, and there you go. There goes the door. All right. Question asked and answered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little smoothing job under here. That's not what I want to do. Designate smooth. I don't know if it matters, but just in case, I want to smooth underneath the windows where they're going to go. How's this coming along? Oh, those desks got done, so we can channel out. If like a goblin and elf raid showed up at the same time. Well, we don't have elves where we are, but it could be a human one if we pissed off the humans. All right. As soon as the chairs arrive, we can make these into studies. Always imagine the carvings make the chairs less comfortable. They're chairs like studded with gems, except they're studded with gems all in the wrong places, right? Because you can encrust any furniture with gems. But done badly, it could be really uncomfortable. Done well, and it's more like, you know, the classic image of the taxi drivers with like the beaded things for their backs, right? Well, a well done like gem encrusting is like that. I guess we still have a bulk stone detailing turned on. Yeah, no, it's just the default. Well, it's just the way Dwarf Fortress works. The icon for smoothing under progress, like floor smoothing under progress, is the same as the icon that is used to display the doors. And that's just base Dwarf Fortress stuff. Doesn't matter what tile set you're using. I believe that's always the case. It's kind of it's funny. It can be disorienting at first, but yeah. I don't know why that was. I mean, probably just a limited number of icons. They're like, you know what? It's not a big deal. We can have them double up. It's going to be okay. So this is going to be assigned to... Okay. We need our bookkeeper and our manager. So it's Silent Shock and Katsuri. So assign this one to Silent Shock. And, oh, we're still waiting for the second chair. Right. For Katsu. Thing is, it's not actual ASCII. Even when you're playing in default mode, which is kind of an extended ASCII ANSI plus character set, it still uses a tile set. It still uses a graphic file, which is why you can make tile sets, because it's just replacing the graphic file. It just so happens that the default graphic file is mostly like text type characters. Katsu. Done. Okay. So they have that. The mayor's still waiting for his windows, but we're still waiting for some of them to get built. Although I guess I could put them in planning mode. Build, window, planning mode. Actually, yeah, no access to window. So I'll just click here and here. So whenever the windows get built, they'll get placed. And then I'm assuming I can put the door back, but maybe not. Maybe the door, you can't put a door supported by windows. Well, we're going to find out. This is not supported by windows. We need a driver update. Okay, so I'm going to put the iron bows. You know what? I'll put them on this training schedule. That 2 dwarves, I believe, will still be set to patrol the outer walls, as opposed to all of them. Looks like we need more wheelbarrows. That's possible? I don't know. Why do you think that? Oh, are you seeing a bunch of dwarves pick up rocks as is? Because our stone stockpiles over here do have wheelbarrows, which are currently not being used. So I don't know. Yeah, okay, right. That is all done. Good. Yeah, the thing is, they'll grab stone if they're, like, for a job. Because they don't use wheelbarrows for jobs. They only use wheelbarrows for bringing stone to a stockpile. But, so the thing is, if we look at our stonecutters thing, they even have stone over here, but they might be the wrong stone for whatever job they wanted. We've got stone sitting around. It's just maybe more dwarves need to haul stone. Yeah, you can see a bunch of wheelbarrows just got brought back to you. More dwarves need to be hauling stone to here. And we are using up a lot of stone really quickly. We've got tons of, like, you know, jobs to make doors and things like that. So I suspect that's a lot of what's happening here, is we're just going through our stone very, very, very fast. Is this a bunch of mugs just sitting around? We don't have enough bins. Do we not have a job to make wooden bins? I don't see a wood bin job in here. That's interesting. Make 5. Condition. Yeah, if there's less than 10 do this. Now, it says not satisfied for the next check, because what we need to do is we have to specify that these are empty. If there are fewer than 10 empty bins, start the job. Because if we just said bins, we have more than 10 bins in the fortress, so it would never start. There we go. Because that's not helping our organization right now. You don't see a barrel job. You know what? I probably had them set to individual workshops for a while. Yeah, I don't see it either. I probably had them set to individual workshops. Oops, not earring, barrel. And then same thing, you set a trait for empty barrels. Otherwise it won't go. Oh, apparently it's, we do have at least 10 empty barrels because it's not starting the job. So even though we didn't have the job, we had plenty of barrels. I guess we would have started getting an error for our brewing because we didn't have enough. Yeah, we didn't play Warhammer the entire stream because a lot of people were still hoping for some Dwarf Fortress this weekend. So we did 2 hours of each. 2 hours of Total War Warhammer and 2 hours of Dwarf Fortress. Try to keep everyone happy, or maybe just disappoint everyone a little bit. Can't make everyone happy, but at least we can make everyone unhappy in exactly the same way. All right, how are we doing here? Good, this has all been done. So what I want to do is I want to set up a job to remove the stairs/ramps. So I'm going to do the entire area. Then I'm going to cancel the removing of the ramps here. It is interesting. Normally a ramp can't exist if it doesn't have a wall adjacent to it, but every now and again you get like a little one that's left over like that for some reason. Okay, so all the ramps being removed other than the 3 at the end over here. If we messed up, we could always rebuild the ramps. Once that's done, we'll set up a big smoothing job. And then probably some engraving as well. Hold on, there's a mismatch. Is this something that's constructed? Or no, it's something that's waiting hauling. I think. This leather bin. So that never got dug down. Hold on. Cancel. I'm going to do a few over here so that we can still access that. We need over on this floor. Yeah, our leather holding thing is full. Let's just make, some more leathers. Oh, that's interesting. This counts as one whole stockpile despite being divided by walls. Huh. But yeah, we'll set up a bigger leather stockpile over here so it can be carried off. Because I think some of these were leather bins as well. Some of these are blocks bins. Which... You know, I'm just going to embiggen this. And we're sort of treating this a bit as a quarry floor, you know, near our stone knockers. We'll embiggen this and then we'll put some extra bulk block storage in here. Diplomacy. Everyone is equally unhappy. Exactly. Stockpiles are a fourth dimensional construct. Walls are no obstacle. Oh, no drink mat producing leaf. Drink mat producing leaf means, yeah, it's brew drink from fruit, which is okay that job fails, because we don't actually, that's just if we happen to have fruit from surface harvesting or from trade or something like that. It's okay for that job to fail. So I don't think the goblins are anywhere near our wall right now. Yeah, they're not. So there's not even anything to shoot at. I'm kind of okay with, like, staying sealed up right now, though. Glunder, there's your siege upgrade right there. It just happened. I just checked the number. Not a whole lot happening right this second. Bunch of dwarves going up to the surface here. Oh, they're harvesting plants. What about you? What are you doing? Store item stockpile? Okay, grabbing things. Some of these dwarves move very quickly. Because, yeah, we have the little farm on the surface, which at this point we could potentially get rid of, but it is nice for some variation. And yeah, hopefully someone grabs this bin over here soon. So what I want to do with this bridge... So that's been set to dig, but then I want to leave... You know, maybe not every two, or every other. Oh, that works out quite nicely. So I'm going to leave some little pillars here to appear to be supporting the bridge while we dig underneath it, just because we can. And yeah, I guess I could set up the smoothing right now for most of this, especially where we're going to want to set the trade depot. It's a good point. So let me smooth this out, because I think we're going to put it there. I don't know exactly where we're going to put it. Here, let me smooth this initial center area. Then we'll see. 7 pillars. Yeah, but this is fine. I mean, I guess there sort of is a 7th, because there's a support over here. Not really, but... I guess we could have left more of the bridge wider and then built thing. I don't know. Yeah, there's no combat reporter right now, because even with a little bit of patrol in the walls, the goblins are just not nearby. Let's see where they're hiding. Pick a goblin. They're all hanging out over here for some reason. Near one of their beak dogs. I guess they were tired of being shot at. They have a little picnic. Trapdoor bridge. I don't think that bridge is going to get trapped, no. Plus, if nothing else, it wouldn't look as good. This way it'll look quite nice. Parchment. Yeah, a bunch of bins. Anywhere for a while. What's with the flashy part of the path? So yeah, someone just asked. This place isn't built yet. It says it's waiting for an architect. It doesn't really make any sense. I thought maybe it was the bolts or the corpses here that might have been forbidden. We did unforbid them, and it's still kind of whining, so I don't know. Although, yeah, if it's unforbidden, they will move things out of the way. Because I think all of our doors basically are set to do architecture, because I don't really care. Technically, I think it can affect the quality of some damn thing or other, but not really. Yeah, we have 112 doors set on architecture duty. I mean, I could try canceling it and rebuilding it. Frankly, that might be a thing. No, it's not suspended or anything. I could suspend and unsuspend it. Turn it on and off again. That'll fix it. So yeah, we're waiting for more of these bins to get in. But again, we have no idlers. Everyone is busy. Now, some of them are doing socializing or combat drills, but mostly people are really just busy. Lots of storing in stockpiles right now. Technically, yes, but I always do everything, everyone architecture as well. Yeah, exactly. Because, yeah, there's a little bit of a skill thing with architecture, but I don't think it's meaningful. So I've always just had it on all the time. Today's the day the goblins have their picnic. It's a goblin holiday, is what it is. Goblin holiday, that's all. What we could do is like, flip the bridge down and then flip it back up just to get them to come over here. When we bring the bridge down, there's going to be what is this, a troll corpse? And a beak dog loincloth, I guess. Yeah, that's gonna get smashed when the bridge goes down. I mean, who cares? Oh, did they move that last bin? Ah, they did. That Kalinda bin. We can channel down that spot now. Did those windows ever get made? That's a good question. I still see 2 of 2 in the queue. Now, they might have made those and rebuilt them, but I suspect the answer is no. If we come down to... I don't remember my hotkeys anymore. There it is. Come over here and take a look over here. Well, construct glass windows, the next thing in the queue. Now, how many people do glassworks? This is part of our metal group. Glassmaking. We do have 5 people on glassmaking, so hopefully it doesn't take too long for that to happen. I don't think we've got any sand storage down here, though. Let's go and plan on digging out another little stockpile room over here. To store a few more things that we might use in this area. Glass is just a very fragile metal. That's what I think. I mean, you know, you melt ore to make metal, you melt sand to make glass. It seemed to fit. Because for a while I debated having them as part of the stone knockers. Here we go! But the stone knockers were always so busy, and I started to realize it made sense with the metal crafters. They're the ones that use coal and everything, right? So they operate furnaces, so it all fit. The Forgotten Beasts, Sodor, Nurngul, Ukustmuso has come. A giant eyeless 8-legged cat. It squirms and fidgets, its ivory hair is patchy. Beware its noxious secretions. Yeah, I have that problem too. An 8-legged cat, Forgotten Beast. All right. Where are you? You're down over here. Well, squads. Assemble over here. Avengers, assemble. ABF, everyone move to here. Well, I could just slam the gate shut, but that's not where the fun is. So we're going to tell all military squads to assemble over here. Oh, what is it, quantum? What am I missing? I want to draw that now. Oh, the cat? Yeah. Do it. Do the drawings. Okay, where is it? Uninvited guest. Zoom. Oh, it's swimming. Wait, but it wasn't on this layer. Oh, there's a lake on this. Okay. Sorry, I think it's confused. I thought it was on the layer with all the water. I was like, when did that happen? I was sure it wasn't. So it's just swimming around for now. Yeah, big cats like water. Tigers love water, I think, right? Sure, it's safe to put everyone in a tiny room. Cat Far Zelda. Well, maybe not. We could have them send out here. Mostly I wanted to like meet up in that room, and then I was going to send them out in the caverns. But here it comes. All right, it's here. We're going to send A, B, C, E, F. Kill. Let's go. Would like to assemble as many as possible, but we're going to send them out. Now, we're not going to seal this off, even though we probably should. What could possibly go wrong? All right. Combat has been initiated here with our Forgotten Beast. So who's currently over here? We've got Multical, Infinitag, or Infinite G, sorry, Reptile. Mark Hecklem is about to join in as his Captain Cujo. Let's take a look at our combat log. So Reptile has started fighting already. Okay. Well, we're bruising it a little bit. We haven't taken any damage. Infinite G. Attack meta jumps away. All right, not much has happened yet. That's okay. I'm just gonna... Oh, there we go. Another combat log tick. Soldier hacks the Forgotten Beast with the steel battle axe, tearing the fat. Good. Okay. Just gonna hit period a little bit. Oh, we got some blood on the ground. Whose blood is it? Oh, it's the Forgotten Beast's blood. Good. It hasn't been able to land a blow yet. And we're hitting it some more with some axes. Mark Hecklem's in on this too. Yes. Tearing the fat. Okay. It's going well. No one's been hit yet. More injuries. Okay, I'm going to unpause for a sec and then let it play out. Get a few more frames in here. I think the Forgotten Beast is trying to run away. Forgotten Beast did try to charge at a soldier, but it jumped away. No one's been hit yet. Meanwhile, yeah, cutting it open, severing some nerves, tearing the fat. It's going to start to lose blood now. It's going to start to slow down. It's going to get dizzy. Let's take a look at it over here. Yeah, it's got quite a few injuries already. Look at this. Oh, I don't know why it's only that many columns. That's weird. The Intense. It got a title? It's known as Combat Bite. Oh, I guess it's just the in English translation for it. Okay. From Dwarvish. Oh, I think the combat is over. Okay, blocked by the shield, blocked by the shield. I think we got away from this without any injuries. Well, one of our soldiers was knocked over. Oh no! One of our soldiers got their arm cut off. Oh, and someone else got some bruises. Just some foot bruises. Oh, someone got some fat torn apart. Okay, let's take a look over here. Okay, it's not Kruyan. It's not Reptile. It's not Multical. Or Hikaru. Or Steel Brain. Oh, it's Infinite G. Infinite G got hurt. Forgotten Beast kicks Infinite G in the right foot, bruising the muscle. Force bends the right ankle and the part splits in gore. Ooh, okay. So Infinite G's foot has been absolutely mangled, and then you were scratched over there as well. But you're not the one who lost their arm. Captain Cujo? It's not you. Mark Hecklin? Not you either. Sprite? No. Ah! Here it is. It's Messinaid. Messinaid jumped into the combat, possibly unarmed because you're just punching the Forgotten Beast. I suspect that Messinaid here is part of our newest squad, the Crundle Crunchers, and is probably not fully equipped yet. Is almost certainly the case, which is also why you were injured, because you weren't wearing armor. That is a damn shame. So you've lost an arm. I think we're going to remove you from the military there. Messinaid. Yeah. Let's do that now before we forget. I'll do it through this because it'll be a little easier to find people. I'll sort by nothing. Oops, come over here. Messinaid right over here. Just do a refresh. Does he get a full pension? He gets paid exactly the same amount as all of our other dwarves. It's that kind of society. Oh, were you actually, why is your name in blue? Oh, it's just because I had you selected. Okay. So yeah, we're going to remove from a squad, and we'll send you to just peasant duties for now. Oh, they're part of the tunnel snakes! Oh, Alamoso is starving and dehydrated. Nothing we can do about that. That's our berserk dwarf who is going to die. Okay, who is this on the ground? That's Infinite G's on the ground. Oh yeah, with the foot. So someone's got to come and rescue you. But that's it. We had one well, not one fatality, sorry. I saw the tunnel snakes be at 9. I thought one of them died. But that's the one we removed. And actually, we should probably remove Infinite G from whatever squad you're in as well, since you're missing a foot. Now, maybe you can become a master crutch walker, but I think you're going to go on a, yeah, you're going to go on a disability pension there, buddy. Infinite G. Boom. Removed from that. No skills currently, so we'll just put you on peasant duty. And remove you from the Crundle Crunchers. Okay, so 2 casualties, but no deaths. Now, this corpse is called what? It's, oh, that's Messinaid's, arm. Awkward. Oh, yeah, it's Sodar's. Sodar. So we're gonna come to our library, or our museum over here. And come over here, on display. Corpse. There's no search over here. That's kind of annoying. If I just start typing? No. So I gotta somehow find Sodor or something in this list. Oh, there it is. Way down here. Man, I'm being really good at spotting things in lists today for some reason. So we'll definitely want to wall this once the corpse gets set up. Hopefully some walls are getting put up soon. So we'll need 2 more dwarves in there. Dwarf survived losing a foot. That means he's stronger than everyone who didn't lose a foot. Oh, Menelgil has gone into depression. I think depression is temporary. How's the glass coming? No one's coming around to make these winders. What's the deal, man? Why aren't my winders being made? It could be that those dwarves are just busy, right? Our metal crafters. I suppose that makes sense. If we search here for our metal shapers, socialize, smelt, Make pig iron, drink, smelt lemonade. I think we've only got 5 metal shapers. We need more. You know, Infinite G. You don't need 2 arms to shape metal. Honestly, or sorry, you don't need 2 feet. You also maybe don't need 2 arms. How about these 2 dwarves? Messinade and Infinite G. When you 2 are better, go and become metal shapers. Now, I'll also grab one more. Ideally, someone who has actually got some skill in one of these. Do we have any glassmakers? No. Silent Shock. That's quite interesting. Now, you're a noble. You actually have 5 weaponsmithing because you go to the Build-A-Bolt workshop a lot. A Ghost Boy, you are a stone knocker. You do have the 3 weaponsmithing. That's quite nice as well. I guess what I want to do, actually, is I want to go into professions and see if any of our peasants have started getting decent weaponsmithing. Not too much yet. True Luskin over here, who's just a peasant. You've been working on it a little. We're going to go ahead and throw you into the metal shapers as well. Which includes glassmaking, which is what we're kind of excited about here. Yeah. Okay. There you go. I'm pleased with this. Now, the siege is still going on. At a certain point, we're just going to have to run out there and whack them some. Oh, we should go and make a couple of our peasants into new military dwarves. I'll just pick them kind of at random. Global variable. You are going to get assigned to the tunnel snakes. And will be set to soldier. And Fenian, you will be assigned to the Crundle Crunchers and be made into a soldier as well. There we go. Pretzel music. Oh, you know what? I just realized my pretzel music's probably... Oh, no, it is kind of quiet. Good. I was worried it might have been set to too loud. Never did a volume check for when we were playing Total War, but no one complained, so I assumed it was okay. There you go. Squads are maxed out again. Good. Hopefully the other one doesn't have to foot the medical bill. Oh, no! You can swing a hammer one arm. Yeah, he'll be fine as long as no one needs to wave at him. Can you make a... Like, if someone has lost both their arms, could we make them our hammerer? How does that work? They just headbutt people as punishment? Oh. Quill got one of series made of snow. Oh, yes. Yeah. We did get, indeed, we've gotten some really funny Forgotten Beasts. You can get them made out of any kind of material. The worst that ever happened, this happened in a game I was playing on my own. I had a great fort. We were absolutely obliterating all Forgotten Beasts, all raids. Everything was going amazingly. And then I got a Forgotten Beast made out of solid steel. And we couldn't dent it. I had 200 dwarves, of which 100, I think, like somewhere around there, perfectly well-armed and well-trained military dwarves. All we did is dent 1 foot or something like that. A single dent, as this thing killed everyone in a like multi-month conflict. It was terrible. So that's now, I'm no longer afraid of things with like flame breath, deadly dust, no, screw that shit. Forgotten Beast made out of solid steel? Nope. Seal it in, never touch it. It needed a magnet. Will lava trap melt it? Presumably, because I don't think steel is magma safe. So yeah. This battle cost an arm and a leg. Boo. Now there's a thing going on. Maybe the soldiers should get hauling turned on as well. You got 50 ex-peasants being concerned about the amount of health. I mean, maybe. That's not a bad point. When they're not on soldier duty. That's not a terrible point. If nothing else, I could do it temporarily. Let's temporarily turn on holding for all the soldiers, and then we can reset their behavior later on. Interestingly enough, it toggled off levers for them. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they weren't still busy. Oh, a bunch of dwarves are listening to stories. Now, I think we can listen in on this story somehow. So who's telling the story? I guess I could have seen that in the list. Meditate on the weather, watch demonstrations. Huh. Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. I just had it. Tell story. It is #rocket that is telling the story. Right down here. Now, there's a way... Interview activity. There we go. So, #story is about how the early winter of 259, which is last year, just 8 months ago, the dwarf Verkung prepared a masterful roast for the wire of speakers. Oh my god. This is basically like the Food Network is what's going on now. That's what's happening right here. So it's #rocket telling the story of Verkung's dish. #rocket is basically like Alton Brown giving a commentary on Iron Chef or something. I love it. I love it. I mean, you guys know how much I love cooking and everything. Oh god, here we go talking about food again. God, I'm so hungry. I really got to get in the habit of having a proper breakfast before our Saturday stream. I suppose the other thing is I removed the tweet stream link. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I could have gotten some more poutine. Oh my god, now I'm so hungry. Stop it, Quill. You got a half an hour to go. You can do this. He posted his lunch on Face Dwarf. No, on Insta Dwarf. All right? You gotta post your food photos on Insta Dwarf. We got a really cranky dwarf over here. That's SMZ. Oh, our mayor. Oh no, that's Jubber Noob is upset. He's probably complaining to SMZ over here, which is fine. Stone Book, Food Network, making pizzas. Beard Book. Dwarfgram. Dwarfsagram, maybe? We're gonna come up with the best like dwarven social media name. Oh, the goblins are back in the general area. Good. You know what? Iron bows. I'm gonna put you on full outer wall defense now if they're in range. Pew pew pew. My mace. Urst Book. My mace is pretty funny. Face hammer. There you go. Oh, they're mostly hanging out of range though. I mean, a siege only works if you can starve people out. And we've got full food growing within our fort, so we don't really need to worry about it. Okay, let's, another pass of that just to get rid of the ramps in the corner. And we don't really care about the quality of the engravings in this room. Boom! Cancel. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We could have reconstructed these ramps. But I'm still happy we caught it. Yeah, I don't care about the quality of engraving in this room, because the quality of the engraving is not really going to do anything. We might get some random masterpieces that will give some good thoughts somewhere along the way, but it's not really a big deal. I might want to smooth out more of this. I don't want to. I still like this pattern. I'm not doing much with it, but that's going to be okay. Still has nothing. Your weapons in your mouth. I wonder if I should order something. So hungry. Second it enters my brain. Mug book caved in. Runestagram's pretty good, actually. I like that. Because it sort of explains how it works. Something about runes, somehow. Okay, all the rampiness is done. So now we can do a big smooth job. So let's smooth this all out. And you know what? I like to smooth it. Let's do all that. We'll do some engravings. So, have imager for cat pics and memes. Someone said pick rock. I thought that was pretty good too. Pick rock. What is pick rock a reference to? What social media is that a play on? I don't know. Oh, it's like TikTok! Pickrock. Because you can actually spell it Pikrok. Pickrock. Or treats via the treat stream. I don't. I feel weird asking for food. Yeah, I don't TikTok personally. But I do very much enjoy people posting like the best of TikTok on Reddit. That's where I consume most TikTok. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. Caved. I know. I've got no willpower. I've got no willpower. I don't even know why I'm holding this mug. It's just something to do because it's empty. It's like reflexively going for another sip. Interrupted by troll. What? Okay, I suspect that was someone just coming around here to pick up a bolt, and they saw a troll through the fortifications. Almost certainly that was the case. This would shield so unhappy. I wonder, should I just remove the unhappy dwarves from the military? I think they just don't have a lot of time to do things. Yeah, I'm going to remove Mr. Chiel from the military. We can always cycle dwarves in and out, you know, as things come up. But yeah, I think that's, Jesus Christ, that was fast. Okay. Thank you, Limey. I'm so excited. That's probably exactly what I wanted. Well, there's no probably. It really is. The last one was so good. I've never had poutine from that place before. I was just looking for like fun things to put on Treat Stream. I'm like, well, I gotta put poutine on because, you know, the Canadian thing, right? And I was looking for things. There's a couple of like places that like, you know, call themselves like poutine chains and things, but they're actually terrible. And I'm like, oh my god, where is it? And then I found this place and had good reviews, and I'd never had it there. And when we got it like a couple of days ago, it was remarkably good. And it wasn't bad reheated for dinner that night either. Mr. Chiel, we're going to give you a time off from the military. Just, you know, because you deserve a break over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove you from your squad. We're going to watch you back because you've got all the skill now. But we're going to give you some time off. You know, it's like not ground leave, or not shore leave, but like ground leave from the military. Yeah. I kind of like this idea, or veteran. But the idea is I might cycle you back in to the military. Let's clear all your labors. And what kind of interest do you have? Prefers a noisy, bustling life to boring days. Is in a constant state of internal rage. Holy shit. More likely to throw tantrums and go berserk, but has a calm demeanor. Which I gotta assume is like the external. On the outside, Mr. Chiel looks very calm. But the inside, he's like Mr. Furious from, what's the movie called? Is it called Mystery Men? Right? the superheroes? With the shoveler? He's Jekyll and Hyde, yes! Doesn't focus on material goods, only rarely feel a strong craving or urge, tendency to go alone, disregarding advice of others. See, that's the problem. You gotta talk to people and ask for help, man. Takes no pleasure in their talents and appearances, takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful, likes to present themselves boldly, eager. I don't know what to do for you, but I want to give you some labors, because some of the reasons these guys are cranky. Actually, last week you felt euphoric from inebriation, bliss after sleeping in palatial bedroom, contentment after eating a fine dish. Why are you so cranky? You were in an argument. Anger after forced to endure the decay of their spouse. Oh. Oh. Your spouse died. Oh. Well, shit, I'm sorry. Anger after experiencing trauma. That's literally it. You got in an argument, your spouse died, and you had trauma. Otherwise, you're actually in a great mood. Mostly we just have to let, like, the death of your spouse burn off. Yeah, spouse died and then they had to watch their spouse's body decay. Yeah, I mean, less than ideal. I'm betting their spouse was, like, someone who, like, the one who was digging a tunnel and, like, fell into the water or something at some point. I'm not sure, like, putting you on a break is gonna help. Satisfied after teaching metalsmithing. Well, you know what? You taught metalsmithing. You don't have any skill for it, but maybe it's a passion. We're gonna go ahead and enable those labors, and also your hauling is gonna be back. Okay, so we'll take another look at you later after you finish your underground leave. Oh, why is my map over here? Merchants. Oh, the siege ended! When did that happen? There's still a troll around. It's probably, yeah, it's just about to walk off the map. The siege just ended! Well, dang. Alright, let's give you guys some time off again. Let's pull the lever. Oh, we don't actually have a trade depot up. But we can still pull the lever and let our people out of the fortress. Lem Gardner is going to die. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna change my hotkey here for the Great Hall to this level. There you go. Lovely. You saw a necromancer? It happens. Okay, let's put the trade depot here. We'll make it out of Gabbro blocks. That's gonna be fine. Where did you see the necromancer? Yeah, right here. He's just a guest. It happens. It happens a lot, actually. Oh shit, we do have we have two undead, Epitaph and Jesse. One of these might be the spouse. Did we have slabs ready for these two? There's one. Oh, and there's another one. There you go. Their slabs are engraved. I think we did see that last time, and we did set them to be engraved. We just have to wait for that job to finish. So they'll be done, and we won't have any more ghosts. Alamoso has died of thirst. Well, let's unlock this door. I'm terribly sorry, Alamoso. There you go. Door's open. Killed the spouse in an argument, now in bad mood. Because watch robotic demons. I mean, that could have happened. Hey, that got dark. Yeah, look at all the leather bins over here. God, we had a lot of it. Any other bins just still sitting around here? Indeed. What are they? More leather bins. Oh, man. I mean, I think we traded for a lot of them. Plus, we do have a pretty good butchering industry going on. Just gonna make another leather stockpile over here. We might, like, go and carve out a big area for a leather stockpile soon, but let's just do this for now. Why was Alamoso locked in a room? They were under arrest. They threw a tantrum and beat up a bunch of people and broke some stuff. So we, through the justice system over here, we had them arrested. And then they went berserk, which they don't recover from that. So we just closed the door and let them starve to death. There wasn't anything else we could do. We could send the military in to kill them in hand-to-hand combat, but this was better. When is this dwarf fortress going on Steam? We don't know. Hopefully soon. They got a little bit of a setback, I think, because of some stuff with some of their tile sets and things they were working on. They had to redo some things and change some stuff, but it is progressing. They are putting out updates from time to time, so hopefully we'll see it not too long. Do you have anything that uses leather, or are we just stockpiling? We do have a few things that make leather on a regular duty, but mostly we are stockpiling. We could maybe sell them. The other thing we could do is maybe set up a bunch of, like, random tasks over here. We did anyway. Hold on, do we not have any? Maybe we don't. Maybe we had them tied to a specific workshop. Because, yeah, what I want is I definitely want leather cloaks. Let's make... You know what? I'll just bulk order a bunch of them. Let's order like 50. Make sure we've got at least one for every military dwarf, which do use them, and then random dwarves can grab them as well. I think leather hoods as well is something my military dwarves can wear under their helmets. So we'll ask for 50 of each. Leather cloak, leather hood. Even if they don't wear it, some random dwarves might pick it up for their outfits, and we could always just sell them as well. Backpacks in the game for hauling. There are backpacks that you can make, which actually is another thing we can make out of leather. I think the backpacks is just our military dwarves will keep their meals in their backpacks. Just like we can have nickel or we can have flasks out of anything, but we do have some nickel. A bunch of them is already made. We'll keep up like 30 over there. They can keep booze with them so that they can have alcohol as they go. Yeah, we may as well get them going. Hey, Meeksbugs, if you do exclamation mark what game, the tile set should be in there. It's Rittlinger or something of that nature. It is quite nice. It's my first time playing with this tile set, and I was very happy with it. So, oh, did I not smooth out the bottom here? Didn't realize that hadn't been picked up by that. And yeah, we're working on the new trade depot over here. We haven't really worried about it because we have like all the resources we need. That thing is still not being built. Tell you what, I'm going to cancel this and I'm going to order a new road to be built. Because for some reason this one's never being built. I grab that and Gabbro blocks. Done. And you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to do a big unforbid all here. Well, or at least everything on the surface. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm going to hit D, B, C for claim, which is just the invert of forbid. So claim is an unforbid. We'll unforbid everything on the surface level over here, which will include a ton of bolts and things, which hopefully, there we go. Some bins are starting to come up over here. Yes, let's discuss our situation. There are things to share. We'll check the news soon. What do we need from merchants? Really not much of anything, to be honest. Gypsum plaster, oops, specifically as a super high priority. And then under miscellaneous, all of these is super high priority. And that's all we're gonna ask for. Actually, we might ask for paper. Because it's kind of a pain to make. Sand, I mean, we already get sand. I mean, I guess it would save us from collecting it. News and rumors. So became mayor. Became mayor. Nothing terribly exciting out there. Okay. Are there any other changes to Steam version of Dwarf Fortress and Tile Set? Yeah, the user interface is completely different. It's like it's not the sort of textile, which, I mean, I know these are using graphics, but effectively it's sort of text-based. So it's going to be a much more graphical-minded thing. UI buttons, windows, and things like that for the various interfaces that happen. What's the best place to find that? I mean, I guess just there's the Steam page. Dwarf Fortress, Steam. It's got like a bunch of screenshots they're posting. News Hub. Even the website. Hold on, I'm just going to try to find like. Yeah, I mean, if you just go to the Steam page, which I will link momentarily for Dwarf Fortress over here, you can click through the pictures in there and you'll see like, yeah, more graphical things. I mean, it's still, you know, it's not going to be beauteous necessarily. A Feymood Lochthar, who is in chat actually, is going to make us an artifact. Ooh, hopefully it's a good one. Bum bum bum. Merchants are here, unpiling things. So we will move goods. Oh, so I still have an auto trade set up somewhere. Oh, probably the. You know what? This thing over here. I wonder if it was here. We could make this. Let me do that. I'm just going to clear the designation. Oh, I'm on the wrong page. Let me clear this out. And reset it as a finished goods. Like that. Which gets bins, which is fine. I'm going to turn on auto trade over here and change the filter. We're going to enable goblets of any material is fine. What else would we want to auto sell? Clothing and things. Well, I'll just set the goblets. It's going to be fine. So this stockpile is only for goblets, but it'll be set to auto trade. Conceivably, we do have some other stockpiles where things might get stored as well. So there might still be some manual trade to do, but I'm less concerned. Because, well, am I? This finished goods stockpile, I suppose what I should do is just prevent goblets here. There we go. So they'll all go in the other one. And then, yeah, I was setting up, I'm going to set up a big generic bars block storage. The bars and blocks that get stored here should really only be, like, overflow stuff, because I have the storage, the specific storage for various bars and things near, like, our smelters, so those will mostly get used, but if there's any extra, they'll get set over here. Lochthar has claimed a craft dwarf workshop. Well, that's a little disappointing. What's your profession? Oh, you're a soldier, yeah, so you didn't really have any real skills. You know, this floor could be smoothed out. Kind of a shame that it hasn't been yet. Although it does have a bit of a natural look with the, like, sort of, this is our woodsy floor. But that's going to be all right. Oh, you know what? Don't smooth this, because you can't smooth the back wall anywhere. This is our access for our well. What's the view in the window? Yeah, what's the window situation? Oh, looks like the windows have been installed here in the mayor's room. So the mayor is now going to be happy. Oh, he wants 3 querns. We should really start selling those. So let's see if we can install a door over here. Nope, we cannot install a door flanked by 2 windows. Now, that is fine. We don't actually need a door there. But now we know. And we'll, you know, keep that in mind for future configurations or something. We'll ask for a trader over here, and the other thing we want to do is, well, really, I think all the finished goods bins. There we go. All finished goods bins, we'll just go and send them up to the trades location. Viewing gallery for beasts. Oh, that's a cool thing for the window. Oh, and yes, thank you. This thing here. Build window here and here. We'll get those blocked off because in theory, there's still a corpse on here, which is going to start rotting at some point. And so we don't want that to spread. This game looks nuts. This game is... It is the grandest game that there is. There's nothing that compares to this game. There's a little bit of miasma over here. Might be from some food stuff that isn't stockpiled properly. Or someone just dropped something, which can happen. One thing we probably want to do right now is run... yeah, see this confiscating and dumping, but we probably want to run a clean owned scattered. Which is what's being run automatically, but there you go, there's a little bit more over here. What this is anything that dwarves own, but that they just have thrown on the ground somewhere for whatever reason. This command in DF hack removes their ownership of it so that it can properly be collected and dumped and whatnot. Yeah, and thank you very much for reminding me not to sell my steel armor and weapons, which do get stored in those things. Which is interesting, so they're not armor bins, they're finished goods bins. But aren't there armor bins? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, Monty Max is still having a meeting with the Dwarven ambassador here. Reddish Mallard just stumbling around obliviously. Hopefully the merchants have some steel bars for us. Dwarves need dressers for shells and stuff. Yeah, they mostly should. And even the thing is, even if they like store things in bins, it can still cause chaos. There's still a backlog of us waiting for these bins and things to get caught up on with these bedrooms, but they're working on it. These are very glorious bedrooms. I mean, the dwarves that sleep in these bedrooms are really happy. They're all engraved with, like... I don't think we were, like, looking for specific high-quality engravings. I don't think what we should do is make sure that auto unsuspend is running as well for any construction jobs that got stopped for some reason. Is there a trader here? Nope, still conducting a meeting. Get rid of the coffin motel. This is still a dormitory for if there's, for some reason, if we end up with more dwarves than we've got bedrooms. We may as well leave it here. It's not causing us any harm. Oh, yeah. How's the, that's a good point. How is the strange mood going on? Are you just hanging out in here? Nope. You're wandering around picking up your resources. You're not sitting in the workshop there, Lochthar. I don't know what you're picking up, but you're working on it. Oh, Monty Mac's having a drink. Then maybe he'll come trade. Any update on the Berserker? Oh, he starved to death, Glendar. Yep. Yep. He starved to death while locked up. Hey, Weasel is fighting. Oh, he got hit by a rock trap, falling rock trap. Broker's still getting a drink. How's the siege? Siege is gone! The dwarves, the goblins gave up. They left. Either we killed enough of them, or I suspect just enough time went by. We did kill, you know, a good number of extras, but... Monty Max, how long does it take you to get a drink? Or how many drinks you're getting? Maybe that's the better question. I wonder if I should check the door to see if the food is just sitting around somewhere. I wonder, is it possible that the treat stream messages are getting thrown into my spam? They have my mobile number? Like, they should be sending, like, updates about deliveries and stuff that way? Like, through text? Not that I have my phone here, but in the past it's been, but no. Yeah, sent you a thing, keep your phone in hand. Maybe I gotta check TreatStream. Maybe their settings aren't quite right for the updates. You haven't gotten anything yet? Oh, so you get the updates as well, Wyoming? Good. Okay. Oh, Monty Max is eating now. Gosh darn it. Come on, Monty. First you shame us with the worst artifact, a wooden frickin' bow. Not a crossbow, a bow. And now you won't even do your job. Get your shit together. How's this room coming along? Yeah, we're still waiting on a lot of doors to be constructed. Ooh. Menendil is sunk in depression and attending a meeting. I wonder... Oh! I think... there might be a little problem over here. Because I think Menendil wants to have a meeting with Monty. That might be the meeting that's going on, but can't get there because he's actually depressed. Monty might be sort of stuck here until Menendil's depression runs out. These doors are set with a minimum quality. You're right. Oh, so maybe there's just a backlog. I did build a bunch of doors. Maybe we'll build a ton more doors, like another 100 doors. A bunch of them are still due for the bedrooms or something. I don't know. Oh, now you're moving. Oh, the depression just ran out. And just like that, Monty Max can now come and trade at Depot. There we go. I should sell some lower quality doors too. Hold on. Move goods. Select door. Oh, we only have one door sitting around. It's a nice door. Lochthars, begin a mysterious construction. What do you have over there? You have logs, amethyst, leather, blocks, marble. What's the H for? Oh, it's hidden. Pigtail cloth, blocks, and copper bars. That's a lot of material going into that artifact, Lochthar. Holy crap. All right. In before toy boat. It's making a thimble. Better be something good. I'm sure it's going to menace with spikes of something. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark everything for trade over here. Why is Lem Gardner's corpse here? What? What? What could have possibly happened to cause Lem Gardner's corpse to get moved into the trade window? He wasn't sitting in a tile occupied by the trade depot. He got mugged. Why is it worth more than the mugs? It's worth zero. It's worth $0. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unmark that for trade. I'm also gonna search over here for steel, which is just a steel console. But there is a weight limit here. Yeah, because okay, that's not gonna work out so well. Let me cancel out of this. Because they didn't come with their wagons, because the trade depot wasn't accessible, because we had the wall up and the trade depot didn't exist, and yada yada yada. They actually can't carry very much weight with them. Although I suppose if I go on their side and mark everything on their side, then that will free up a little bit of weight. Actually, quite a bit of weight. Oh, there we go. And then I can actually trade them everything. Yeah, let me turn off Lem Gardner's corpse. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to trade them absolutely everything that's in here. Mugs, a bunch of rotten clothing we don't care about. They're going to turn a huge profit. That's okay. We're just going to buy absolutely everything they've got, which isn't much because they didn't come with their trade caravans. This is going to be all right. Weird for it. They sold us a corpse. Hey, man. Everyone wants somebody. Did I misunderstand how that's supposed to work? Hit T for trade. Done. Done. Oh, is the food here? I hear movement upstairs. Maybe Essential's just checking the door. Okay, no broker required. You're selling the ash for soap? Oh, I might, yeah, I probably sold some stuff like that we weren't supposed to, but... I wonder, do we not have... I don't know if we have a rock coffin job, actually. Here. Satisfied neck check, yeah. So if we have fewer than 2 coffins sitting around, make 5 coffins. And then we'll just be ready. Oh! Migrants have arrived! Well, there we go. Quill's Putin senses are tingling. Hang on. Let me, Oh, shit, we need to set up the migrant... Okay. Dwarf Fortress Calendar. So we are currently in the 8th of Sandstone. So if we look at Sandstone, the full moon's on the 10th. I'm betting there's no way for us to get these dwarves quarantine before the 10th hits. So... that's going to be difficult. Eight adult dwarves. We'll flag them, set custom profession as migrant. And we'll try our best. Migrant quarantine, search for migrant. Okay. We'll let time tick by. So we've got another few more migrants that are going to come on the screen. Krieg's in a depression. Cancels eat, too depressed. Too depressed to eat. See, my depression always goes the other way around. We locked the fortress, but some of our dwarves are still wandering around outside. Reloading some stone traps and things. I mean, if any of them turn, then we'll, Oh, shit. I'm like, hold on, something's not going right here. Apparently you can have dwarves assigned to more than one burrow at a time. Migrant quarantine. Search. migrant. There it is. Okay, all 8 have been assigned here. So we got Octagon, Tartus, Shane, Kemu, Missing Node, Akis, Brotherbeard, and Epuk. We got 1 day to go. Yeah, they're not going to get locked in. But at least they'll have some distance. And the were creature, if there is one, will butcher the other migrants, giving the rest of our people time to close the gate. It is the 10th. No one is transformed. I guess we're fine. Because I think it would have happened by now. All right. Figures. Once we set this up, as soon as you get the migrant quarantine, the game just stops giving it to you. There you go. You are free to do whatevs. And let's give all you guys the peasant job. And then take a little gander here. I guess I can lock that in. And any special skills they might have. Fishing, butchery. Ooh, hello. Shane over here is a legendary furnace operator, armorer, and blacksmith, which actually has me, or metal crafter, which actually has me really sus about Shane. Well, we're clearly going to give you a metal shaper job. A triple legendary. Yeah, I'm sure Shane totally isn't a vampire, you guys. Actually, he might not be. Ooh! Okay, well, it is the end of the stream, but first, let me go and check upstairs at the food situation. And also, then we'll take a look at this crown. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, it's not here yet. But we have a crown. It's only worth 37,000 dwarf bucks. Maybe because the base material is wood. This is a walnut wood crown. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It's studded with copper and encircled with bands of cushion-cut amethyst, blue, peafowl leather, and pigtail. This object is adorned with hanging rings of phyllite and menaces with spikes of walnut wood, marble, and phyllite. What's disappointing here is that it doesn't have, as I wave an eraser around, it doesn't have, like, images of anything. Aww. So, Lochthar, this was a Fey mood, so I think you would have gotten... That's very cheery music going on. I think you would have gotten skill for that, would you not? Although I guess it'd be woodcrafting, which is not terribly exciting. Woodcrown is fine. At least it's not a bow. Yeah, woodcrafting. You are now a legendary woodcrafter. But you're also a great hunter, which is an ambusher here, which means we definitely still want you for raids, which we haven't done today. But I think, you know, we had the siege and everything. That's okay. We're not going to switch you over to woodcrafting. But I'm not going to complain about the artifact. It's fine. Let's go to our museum. Oh, there's that corp rotting. But yeah, and we don't have a window up there yet, unfortunately. So Matator, we will add to our museum. Which, this should be a museum from something, yeah, from over here. Which actually, let me resize to encompass the bits in the back as well. There we are. Good. Would you make me a crown? Said the wannabe dwarf king. See, that's exactly where the confusion was. Oh, petition! A guild hall for the Guild of Diamonds! An engraver's guild! I love it! Let's totally do that. Now, this is specific to, like, stone workers. So let's have them dig out some area over here for maybe some fancy stoneworker type guild halls. Make it quite big. Future-proof. Because these guild halls can be huge. Like, because the high-level ones really want a lot of value. Although with nice engraving, you can get the job done. We're going to plan on something like this. And I'm going to get it started so that I can place it down and not forget it before the next stream. Because our stream should be wrapping up right about now. But we'll give it an extra few minutes here. Out of curiosity, is Kiss Relax streaming today? Should be her double feature multiplayer. I do, the latest patch for Super Auto Pets has added variable size private lobbies, which means it is going to be super appropriate for us to do multiplayer with going forward, which I'm very excited for, because we are 100% going to be doing some Super Auto Pets again in the future, probably next week. But this week, because of the double feature, it wasn't great for the multiplayer, so. Doors. Yeah, this inequality will fit. So go ahead in there. That's going to be okay. Have you looked at Dwarf? I've looked at it. I've never played it. Make the vamp. Well, we don't know that Shane is a vampire. He might not be, right? He could just be another dwarf that like worked on his craft for a really long time. Normally, high-skilled dwarves is kind of sus because maybe they've lived a very long time thanks to being undead, and that's how they develop their skill. So you got to be sus for any high-skilled dwarf, certainly. But this might be fine. And vampires don't bother me so much. Yeah, they kill dwarves from time to time. But, you know, other than that, who cares? Did you get the code I sent you? Krieg, you sent me a code? Oh, for Stonehorth or something? I don't know. I'll have to take a look. A while back. Okay. You know what I probably did, because I probably loaded it and just never got a chance to play it. Because I literally have never played Stonehearth, even though it's... I mean, the Stonehearth's been out for a while. And it's always been something that we've talked about. They kill dwarves from time to time, so does Quill. Yeah, I mean, I'm basically just a vampire, is what it is. Occasionally I kill dwarves, but it's for the greater good. The greater good. And diggy diggy dee, diggy diggy dee, dig dig dig. Excellent. So I'm going to set a smooth on this. And we're definitely going to want this engraved in the very best way. But what we're going to do here is flow mode, place, biggin, 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 biggin. Oh, I got to flow it from a different position so that it actually grabs everything. Good. So this is going to be a meeting zone, assign location, add location, new craft guild hall, engravers hall for the Guild of Diamonds, which is a great name. And the guild hall is called the Granite Oil, which I don't know if it makes any sense, but that's what we got. And there you go. We agreed to build a guild hall. Right now, it's only a meeting place. It needs 2,000 dwarf bucks worth of value to be called a guild hall, which probably will happen once it's moved. Maybe, maybe not. But I'll also plan like some furnishings in here. Let's, you know what I think I'm going to do here? So the setup here is going to be a little table like this, where we can have like a master and apprentice like learning the craft of jewel crafting. We're gonna have it offset, but just by having furniture, you know, adds value here, which is what I'm looking for. And then in the middle, we can have, I don't know, some more statues or something else like that. But for this first start, that should be enough to give them the promise. And I want to finish this before we wrapped up the stream, because Engraver's Hall needs to look like a shizzle. If we're more artsy. But my plan here is to have room for multiple guild halls. That'll all sort of fit the same. Radish Mallard is throwing a tantrum. Oh, good. Or Reddish Mallard. Not Radish, but... You put some engraved pillars in there since the engravers. Yeah, well, we didn't leave any. But, I mean, obviously, we're going to be engraving all the walls. I should have probably left some pillars up. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. Unfortunately, why me, the delivery hasn't arrived yet. I would love to take a bite of it on stream, but I will let you know in the Discord when it gets there. For sure, for sure. Just checking Twitter, make sure everything is stable. Excellent. Folks, we're going to wrap it up here. Our next live stream is going to be on Monday, which is some more Football Manager, continuing our Air United run. Real life Air United just beat Inverness today. The first time they posted something like 6,000 something days. Basically, in 20 years, they've beaten Inverness at Inverness. So I think they've been watching our stream and learning how to play some proper foot soccer ball. So that's on Monday. Wednesday is going to be some more Crusader Kings 3 as our Sri Lankan run. And next Saturday, Well, it should be more Dwarf Fortress, but somewhere in there I'm going to try to figure out something for Total War, which might just be a YubTub series. It was kind of fun to do live stream, though, so I'm not sure what we're going to do. We'll see. I don't know. Anyway, that is it. Let's rate a Kiss for Luck, and I'm going to see you guys in 2 days. Bye-bye, everyone. Stay safe out there.